Welcome back to Master the Fun, and today we are in, as you can see, we're in Minecraft. And I've been doing some digging again, and I've been finding some interesting information about Lapis Lazuli, how to find it at a great level, at the best level to dig, to mine for Lapis Lazuli. As you can see here, there's a block, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, so I was doing some searching online. I actually asked AI, which I don't like to do really so much because, they don't seem to give good information at all. So anyway, I consulted him and he told me level 0. So I said, hey, what the hell? Let's go. Let's check out level 0. And we started digging. So let's go down to the mines and into a new area actually, and let's see what happened. Here we are at -2, level -2. That's kind of where the stone starts turning into deep slate, the cobbled deep slate. So what we did was we consulted the wiki, the Minecraft wiki, and they had like different levels like deep slate lapis and stone lapis and total. So of course we want just lapis, so we did total, and it suggested -2. So we're here, and we practically found it going down, at least on our first run. When we started going across, we found this little like cave system, and I didn't want to get involved in cave systems because I actually wanted to do mining, just like straight line mining just for experimental reasons. But we actually saw it out of the hole. I'm like, wow, okay, fine. So we practically found it, and we are at level 2, -2, -3, I believe it is, because we had to like just step down. So we might not have found it had we not broken the wall that revealed the hidden cave system. So that's a first find. So you could say, well, maybe not. It could be, let's say, a little bit of just statistics there, right? That I happen to see it as I just look through the wall. Anyway, after we kill this guy here, the skeleton, we'll see what level we're at, just to be sure. So as you can see here, we barely broke 150 blocks, and we had a nice find there for the four blocks of lapis. And as you can see here, we're at -2, so it goes down a couple. So those blocks are probably at -4, possibly -5, because we did have to go down a couple. So here's another section. We also, when we came back, we dug down, and it happened again. We broke the dripstone there, and when we looked out straight ahead, you can see there, that's lapis down below. And again, it's around I'm not sure here. I'm not gonna have to wait till it pops up, but I believe this is like -3. So I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't want to get like jumped by a creeper or anything, because I am on a public server. So I have to. It's not like I'm in God mode or anything, or creative mode. This is actually survival. And yeah, so we found another node for lapis. We didn't even we just now got to the level and we found it. So I always like to dig around, because at least in the old nodes, lapis nodes, sometimes they'd be diagonalized. Yeah, -2. So from where the lapis was located, it probably would be -2, -3, right? You definitely would have seen it at -2. So we just barely got to -2. We were probably at -1 there up in that hallway, that mining tunnel. So this is the second location with our attempt to mine lapis at -2. Like I said, at 0, 1,500 blocks of nothing until I gave up. And here, as we continue digging to the north, I happen to find some more diamonds, so that was kind of cool. So I mean, this is already working out great. Two nodes and not even 200 blocks broken at level -2. I'm not counting the stairways going down, because you don't want to dig straight down. So I'll clear some inventory here because this was from up above when we came back here to continue the dig. So I am counting the first attempt, which is about 150 blocks, probably not even, because I had like a couple of stacks of deep slate, which is only about 128 blocks. So yeah, so we continued on, and I believe we found some gold as well. There, as you can see, we're still at -2 in the mining tonal. Sorry, I got to put more torches down. I try to conserve the torches. So what we had to do here, look, we found a third node of lapis. Now here, this is a little bit an anomaly to our, let's say, experiment to -2 because we wanted to go under the cavern because I didn't want to find any, trouble there. So I decided to go one level lower to -3 just to get under the cavern. And we didn't even make it past the cavern. The cavern was not very wide at all, maybe 10 blocks at the most. So we didn't even go 10 blocks and we found another node, another lapis node. See, we're at -3, which means had we been at -2, the lapis would have been at our knees. So we would have run into it at that level as well. So that, I would say that is a valid find here. So you could say, as far as the valid finds, this would be our third overall, but our second node for lapis, which was fantastic because we still haven't even broken 200 blocks. If I'm not mistaken, we definitely throughout the whole experiment, at least when I found the last one, I said, that's it. It's like, I'm convinced -2 is the golden level, or the level for lapis. Because as you can see there, with including the diamond and the ores, we haven't even hit 300 blocks. The dirt we had on us to begin with, because we always want to start with some dirt. So we have a couple of andesite or whatever it is there, some iron, some diamonds, and a couple of copper, maybe one copper. And we've already found our third node for lapis. Well, second, and there's the fourth. Here's the fourth lapis node above our head. We jumped up there, but now you wouldn't normally dig. So this could be also an exception. I have to make sure that we were at level -2. There, I'm blocking off the cave system holes because I don't want the creepers jumping down and blowing me to bits. So there, we're at -2. So we would have found it at -2 because it's at our head level. So in other words, it would be the ceiling. We would have had to spot it on the ceiling. We wouldn't have run into it. So you want to keep your eyes open, on the floor and on the ceiling too, because that doesn't mean just because you mine straight ahead, you have to break what's in front of you, the two levels that are in front of you. You also want to keep your eye on the ceiling and on the floor. So yeah, that's the fourth level. The fourth node, third legitimate node, because like I said, the first one was a bit lower, so it might not have been seen under normal digging, but that's in less than 300 blocks. I mean, that's phenomenal. For me, that's a convincing -2 is the right. So I got to give it to Minecraft Wiki was correct on this one, and the AI was, at least in my experiment, was way off, because 0, I did not find a thing for over, like I said, 1,500 blocks. So yes, thank you all for subscribing, to our subscribers. And if you haven't done so, it's free to do so. All you gotta do is click on the button and click on the like. So that'll help us, and we can put out more. We will be putting out more videos like this of other things. If you have any materials or specific ores you'd like to see me experiment on, leave it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do and get that out as quick as I can. Some interesting stuff here, with the new updates. Sometimes the ore levels seem to change. So hope that was helpful. Question everything, stay free, and as always, have fun. Cheers.
Muchas gracias, afición. Esto es para vosotros.